Hey guys, Jacob Fisher here, lead developer of Spacewrights, here to show off the Hangar mode portion of the demo in the upcoming game Spacewrights. So, one of the main cornerstones of Spacewrights gameplay is building your fleet. Now, you can buy pre-made ships or you can make them. The advantage of making your own ship layouts is obviously you get to control what's in it. And to build the ship, you need to start with a base chassis. So let's select a chassis. And I'll select one of the chassis that you start with the demo, the Petrol. So, the entire ship uses a grid style layout. So, the majority of the ship is empty except for this one room, the bridge. You can't remove the bridge because it's essential to the ship's operation. It tells you a little bit about it, and it actually comes with integrated life support. So we don't have to add a life support room unless we need a ton of air being pumped into the ship. So we can go back and add rooms. So the two most core parts to a ship are shields and weapons. So first let's add a shield. So we will go add new room, scroll down to shields, and I have everything unlocked because I'm a developer. I need everything unlocked just to try it. So let's just add a single shield. This is pre-unlocked when you download the game. So it has a 2x2 layout, so we need to find a 2x2 section. So it'll fit here, it'll fit here, it'll fit here, it'll fit here. It will not fit anywhere else where there's not a 2x2 section available. So this is a pretty snug fit. Let's put it there. So it goes in, the cost of our ship goes up, so you can't just put every awesome thing you find in it. You have a starting cost when you start a game. So now that we've added a shield, let's go add a weapon. Now there are multiple different types of weapons. There are accelerators like Gauss cannons. There are drone and fighter bays which launch smaller ships with weapons on them. There are lasers, there are launchers like rocket and torpedo launchers. And there are telebombs and tractor beams, although tractor beams don't normally do damage to ships. So accelerators are a pretty basic one. So there's a whole bunch of different accelerators, and you only start with one, a standard accelerator. Standard accelerator is also 2x2, so let's not use that. Let's use something a little bit different. Let's look at this repeating accelerator. Well, that's also 2x2. Salvage accelerator. So this is like a T-block. All the blocks that you place, the systems, they use very common Tetris style placements. This one's 3x2. That one's a Z block. Might be called an S block, an L block. So this irradiated accelerator looks pretty good. It'll go through, it'll deal damage, but it'll also make the environment toxic 75% of the time, so that's pretty good. So it's a little harder to fit in, but let's put it right there. That looks good. So now the weapon got added on, and it's right here. So let's add in a few more things. I think one more weapon would be good. Let's add in a laser this time. And again, there's a whole bunch of different lasers with various sizes. So let's look at this. That's a Z block. That's probably pretty good. Now we could put it here, but that would leave this 1x1 tile not usable because there are no 1x1 ship blocks. So that looks pretty good. There's still a 2x2 there. There's a 4x4, 5. So that works pretty well. Let's put him there. The laser's there now. So cool. Now, if you notice, the ship's blocked off currently, so you need to edit your doors. So if you keep going back and go to edit existing walls and doors, you can then edit doors. You can't remove the doors into your bridge because your bridge needs to be accessible to your crew and enemies if they're going to take over. So let's put a door there, 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 and there. That looks good. Now we can get around the entire ship. No, we can't. Can't get between these. So let's put one there too. Now you can get around the entire ship. So let's go add a few more rooms. I could use another shield, but instead of a normal shield, we will actually use a barrier, which is a temporary shield. When it first gets collapsed, it's done for the rest of the battle. So what types we have? A lot of different ones. Aha, this triple barrier. Well, that would also leave the 1x1, so let's go back. Single barrier looks fine. We'll place him up here. That's the only thing that'll fit. So now we have one shield, one temporary shield, and two weapons. Let's add another shield in this spot, because that's all that can fit there. Let's go back. Now, barriers are nice and all, but once they're gone, they're done for the rest of the game, or the match. You get the barriers back for each wave. So let's look at other defenses. Phaser's a pretty good defense. So, phasers bring your ship out of phase. It's basically a form of invincibility. So, that's no 3. Here we go. 4x4. That looks perfect. That'll fit there. So it phases the ship for a long period of time. So once it's activated, it takes 40 seconds to charge. You'll be invincible for 15 seconds. So we'll put him up there. That looks pretty good. We could also put in a generator. The power draw is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we start with 7 power. So we actually need 4 more power if we wish to power all this stuff. So we need some generators. We will put in a single one up here and back here. We still need 2 more power, but those 2 more powers are temporary because once these barriers are down, we'll have the power. So this is a good enough ship for now. So we'll go back. We will save this ship as petrol video. So now it's saved. Oh, and but we forgot. A lot of these rooms are not accessible, so we need to edit the doors. Edit. Good. So now, we can also add consoles. So we could add an accuracy console to the accelerator. We could add a recharge console to the shield, which would mean the shield would recharge quicker if one of your crew is manning that console, and this weapon would be more accurate if there's someone manning this console. Consoles increase the cost, but they tend to be good to give your crew something to do. Now, if the room's damaged, they will not man the console. They will repair the room until it's usable again. Your crew isn't stupid, or at least that stupid. So we can also add clones. So if, for example, we always wanted a android recruit, we could add Jack, and we could just say he should spawn every time up there. Androids do not require life support, even though the ship always gets life support, but they're slow and fragile. So this looks like a pretty good ship. It costs $1670, so you can use that in the normal and easy modes, because they give you 2,000, 2,500 respectively. So let's resave that ship. Control video. And it looks good. So let's go try it out. Normal mode, and we will find the petrol video. We'll place him. And there he is. And we'll start the mission. And we'll turn on. Oh, well, we can't turn on. Well, we can turn off the phaser. So it can be like a backup defense. Once these 2 barriers are collapsed, this can actually be activated and be a secondary one. Oh, actually, these guys are much better for combat, so I'll use him for the console. So yeah, that's the hangar mode. There's not a lot to it, but customizing your ship is a huge part of Spacewrights, and I really hope you guys like it. Thanks.